Hey, welcome to Doing Life. My name is Tim Wolfe.
And my name is Pam Wolfe.
And hey, this is episode 2. Here we go, number 2 of this new podcast, Doing Life. And I actually had a friend ask me about this just this past week and said, so what's it all about? So what's Doing Life all about, Pam?
Well, it's about every day, Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes.
It's about just loving our neighbor, being who God created us to be, how God wired us, and man, just having fun with each other, talking to our kids in other states, and just looking forward to each and every day, the time we get to spend with our family and with our friends, and most of all with God.
Yeah, so I'm excited to get to do this podcast with you, Doing Life. And I think about Doing Life. Years ago, we were at some event and somebody was speaking into our lives and just really encouraged us to allow Jesus to be in every part of your life. Everywhere you go, everything you do, just let him be a part of it. So I think this podcast is our hope of really just leaning in and encouraging anybody that's going to watch this about life, rhythms, balance. We're not the experts, but God has done some really neat things in our lives over the years and is still doing neat things today. So today, what we want to talk about is this awesome episode 2, Doing Life, Dancing in the Kitchen. And so why don't you help us today, Pam, and unpack that as we get going about talking today about dancing in the kitchen.
Well, we often dance in the kitchen. We put on some Frank Sinatra,
Yeah.
other
Motown, can't go wrong with some Motown, some classic, Diana Ross, man, so many, Al Green, Otis Redding. I mean, just the list goes on and on and on.
We love music. We love the creativeness that our God gives people in playing music, singing music. And man, we danced with our kids in the living room, in the kitchen. We turned it up. Tim turned it up pretty loud.
Yeah, I think back to our first child came along. Probably not the best for her hearing, but it seemed to work out okay. And I somehow had captured some video. I won't mention if it was on VHS tape or not, but it was a group and they had this song. And man, we at a young age, I think she could barely walk, but you know, I'd have her kind of popping a little bit, right? Her arms would be going like that, and she'd be just kind of bouncing up and down. And I think it's much more than just the dancing, right? It's not necessarily like, hey, you know, go dance in your house. Although I don't think that'd be bad, but I think it for us it still is a way that like as a husband and wife, it's kind of neat. No, I mean, it's just us. We're in the kitchen. We were cooking some food together. Something Frank Sinatra comes on, and you know, just a little dance right there in the kitchen, right by the stove, right? But I think about the kids when they were little, and it just was fun, right?
Yeah, I think it's a great way to bring fun into your home and into your family. Everybody kind of dances their own rhythm, their own moves. They create new moves, and Tim leads that a little bit in our family. And my parents danced. They actually entered some dance contests. So maybe even won one back in the day. Mary and Jim Ewart. So yeah, they. So Tim, he actually learned how to dance at a young age. How did you learn how to dance?
Well, I was privileged enough. We had an uncle that thought it was the best thing to send us to a place where we could learn maybe some social manners and things like that. And I am the benefactor of getting sent to cotillion. So I learned on Friday nights with, I believe her name was Miss Novakowski in Coral Gables, cotillion, and we did things like the waltz and the foxtrot. And I think that started in, I think 7th grade, and then there was 8th grade. And then it got a little spicy by the time we got to 9th grade. We learned the hustle, so, but hey, really, in all honesty, I mean, it's a fun topic to talk about, dancing in the kitchen. It's a kind of a catching title. Maybe it's not. But what we're really just talking about is just really neat ways to enjoy the Lord, neat ways to have fun, ways that don't cost any money, right? Like somehow you got, some kind of a iTunes or something, and you can pop some music on, and all of a sudden, I feel like if you're a husband, you can, connect with your wife a little bit more. I feel like if you got little kids, you can burn off a lot of energy. I remember some of those days, those guys, I'm not really sure they were dancing as much as they were doing somersaults and things like that on the living room. Might have to move some furniture and make sure something doesn't get broken. But even if it does, just creating some memories. I think that's really what we're talking about today, and talking about dancing in the kitchen is just creating these memories of, fun times. Even too, if you think about it, when you go to a wedding, I guess depending on what kind of wedding you go to, but a lot of the weddings we've been a part of and that I've officiated as a pastor over the years, usually have some dancing, and it's just fun to dance, right? Even our kids love going to weddings so that they could dance, right? So
another thing that we do in the kitchen is make pasta. So pasta is actually like a little bit of a dance.
Wow.
You have to add the eggs, add the flour, and you have to get your hands dirty. You start kneading it, and then you start cutting it and slicing it, and you're running it through the pasta machine. And I'm, thankful that my Italian mother, my Italian grandmother taught my mother how to make pasta. And my mother taught me how to make pasta and our children. So their nonna taught them how to make pasta. And even to this day, our kids can't wait to either have pasta here, and our daughter is now making pasta in her home. So pasta it's a family event. Everybody gathers around, everybody helps. So it's another way to dance in the kitchen.
Yeah, so it sounds like this segment maybe is dancing in the kitchen with pasta, or maybe we'll be talking a lot about pasta over these next episodes. But one thing, doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out, but I do think about the scriptures where it talks about in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, it says there's an occasion for everything and a time for every activity. And then you drop down to verse 4, and I love what it says in verse 4, right? It says a time to weep and a time to laugh. And I just think about a lot of laughter as over the years with dancing in the house, dancing, just dancing, fun dancing, not crazy dancing, but fun dancing, right? And then it says a time to mourn and then a time to dance. So I'm thankful for the many times that I've got the best dancing partner in the world, you. And I'm thankful for the way that over these years as we do life together and have done life with our kids and are doing life with our kids and doing life with other people. Heck, maybe you'll come to our house one time and who knows, maybe a dance party will break out. But hope you've enjoyed this episode of Doing Life. They say, we're supposed to say, like this episode, share this episode, subscribe to this Doing Life channel. And we'd love for you to follow along the journey as we are going to be posting weekly. Very ambitious to be a new podcast and be trying to post weekly. but we are excited to get to do this. And thanks for being with us here on episode 2.
Try it out. Dancing in the kitchen.
Well, I was going to ask you, do you want to go dance right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.